Hello Flosstube, my name's Daisy. I'm the little Flosstube bunny, and before Mummy shows you her stitching, I'm going to show you mine. So this is Lovey. She's very nice.
What is she?
She's a little unicorn.
So how did we make her?
So first, we just get 2 white pieces of paper, then we stitch. Stitch, stitch, stitch. But this is not cross stitching, it's just a different stitching, but Mummy said I could throw it on Flosstube. Different type of stitching, but still nice. She's very pretty. She's a unicorn. Lots of details. I put a gem on it. Lots of mane and colours. Even put a horn on it. So it's so good. My favourite parts about her are probably the mane and the little heart gem. I'll show you closer. Oopsie. Sorry, yeah, it's too close. I'm so sorry. So that's the gem we put on. Can you look closer? So that's the gem. My favourite things about her are just the mane and the little heart. I've already told you that, so I'm going to tell you my second favourite bits. There's probably the horn and the stuffing, because I had fun with that part. We had to fill her in with stuffing. And then we had to put the horn out at the end. I don't know why. And we had to fill it with stuffing as well. So, I think I'm done with that. Bye. Bye, Flosstube.
A little bit of a different introduction there to my usual, but Daisy has been asking me for weeks if she can share her little unicorn creation on Flosstube. She's been very keen to show it off to you all. And I said to her, yes, you can. And then when it came to it, when I asked her, do you want to show Flosstube your unicorn? She got really nervous tonight and started saying, people are going to think my sewing's rubbish because I'm not very good, bless her. And I said no. I was like, everybody on Flosstube will love the fact that you are crafting and that you are creating something. And I said to her, I'm sure you will get some lovely comments. So ladies, if you do have time to pop your needle down for 1 minute and leave a little comment below, not for my benefit, but just to tell Daisy she did a good job, she would be overjoyed and definitely appreciate it. And anything that you write, I will read to her. Thank you. Moving on to my stitching. My name is Lauren, also known as Cross Stitch Bunny here on YouTube and over on Instagram. So if you are new, hello. And this is my end of month roundup for August. We are on the 3rd of September at the moment, so I'm a few days late. Usually I try to film on either the very first day of the month or the very last day of the month. It has been the school holidays, so that has not helped things, but I just thought I would grab this little bit of time tonight to get this done. My hair is in a limbo state of partially dried because I've just jumped out of the shower, and I thought I can't not dry it at all because I will just look like a drowned rat on the camera. But yes, we're in a partial state of dryness, and yeah, I just wanted to get in front of the camera and tick this off my list so that it is done because it is already getting on for 9 o'clock. So what have I been up to stitching wise? Not a huge amount. I have 4 projects to share with you today. I've got no finishes, no new starch, just 4 whips to share with you, so fairly straightforward. I've also got a couple of other little bits to show you, but I'm going to play it by ear, and depending on how long it's taking, I may save some of those bits for next time. So we will just see how we get along. The first thing I wanted to talk about today is actually Whip Go. So last time I saw you in the middle of August, I said that I was completely up to date on my August Whip Go goals. That was, in fact, a lie by mistake. So last time I saw you, I told you that my Whip Go goals for August were to FFO something, which was carried from a previous month. I had another FFO goal for the month of August itself, and then I had 1 stitching goal, and I told you that I had completed the stitching goal. I hadn't. So my stitching goal was 5 hours on something that was already 50% complete. I picked my little Mill Hill stitching bird to work on, and last time I saw you I said, oh, I've already ticked off my 5 hours on this. I actually hadn't. I had done 3.5 hours, so I still had 1.5 hours left to go, and I've managed to do 1 more hour on that project. So as it stands, going into September, I didn't do any FFOing in August, so I'm now carrying 2 goals to FFO something. So I need to FFO 2 things. I also need to do half an hour on my Mill Hill stitching bird to make up for the half an hour I didn't quite get done in August. For new Whip Go goals, I actually went onto the Whip Go Instagram just before turning on the camera. And for some reason, it wasn't showing me the Whip Go post for September numbers. It wasn't showing a post on there. So I jumped over to Facebook and I can't find it on there either. So if anybody knows what the Whip Go numbers are for September, I don't know if my Instagram is being buggy or glitchy. I'm not sure, but I find it very odd that I cannot see a post for September announcing the numbers. So please, if you know what they are, message me here below in the comments or on Instagram. Please let me know, because as it stands, I don't even know what my September Whip goals are that I should be working towards. So if you can find them, that would be super helpful. Right, so as I said, 4 projects to share with you today, and not in any particular order. I'm just going to pull them out in the order I've got them in the pile next to me. The first one is my Bothy Variety of Life, which is a Wrendale design. I absolutely love this. It is gorgeous with the 6 beautiful birds. Really lovely kit. This is on 16 count speckled Zweigart Ada. Everything in the kit, so all the kit threads. Last time you saw this, I don't think I've worked on this for quite a while. Last time you saw this was probably months ago. Myself and Rosie from Rosie X Stitchers started this together, sort of as a start along. It wasn't a stitch along with any rules. We didn't have any sort of set time constraints for it. We just started it together when Rosie came to my house for a stitching day. And since then, I haven't picked it up all that frequently, but I thought I would get it back out. So hopefully you'll see a big difference. I've just realised that I've not brought my board that I hold everything up so the light doesn't come through it. So we're going to improvise here with a whip bag. Not as good as my board, but it will work. So here is my stitching. Now, what I really wanted to do was finish the owl. And I have achieved that. So the entire owl is done in his entirety, and that is including the backstitch. It is nearly 9 o'clock at night, people, and the lighting in here is not the best. So I apologise for the shadows when I'm getting closer to the camera, but I hope you can see that the backstitching around the edges has been done. There is also some backstitch detail in the eyes and the beak, but I don't think in this lighting, if I get too close, you just get a terrible shadow. But I think he looks very lovely. And I held this up from across the room at Adam after I'd finished the owl, and I was like, what do you think of this? And he said that it looked really, really realistic from where he was sat across the room. He thought it was really good. Complimented me and looked at it for more than 5 seconds. So that means that yes, he definitely thought this was a good one. After I finished the owl, I did decide that I would just do the branch along the bottom. So the owl is like sort of center of the design. There are 2 birds this side, but they are smaller than him. And I just decided to extend that branch across, and I believe I'm almost at the very end, if not completely at the end. So this is the end point of the stitching on this side of the owl, and then all of the material on this side is rolled for when I start the other side. Oh, I wish I had my board. So yes, 2 birds to go on this side, which will be my next bit to work on, and only when I've completed this side will I move over to doing the other side. But very pretty design. I love Nadezdha. I love all the Wrendale designs, absolutely beautiful, and this is definitely a favourite of mine. I really do enjoy it when she has like multiple animals in one design. So yes, very happy with this. As I said, it's a kit, so I'm stitching it with all the kit supplied threads and fabric and all that jazz. The next one we're going to look at is my Mill Hill stitching bird that I was referencing with regard to Whip Go. You have seen this a lot in recent episodes. We are plodding closer to a finish. It isn't a finish, but we're getting closer. So this is my Mill Hill stitching bird, another kit, a buttons and beads kit. And last time you saw this, as I said, I was about 3.5 hours into my Whip Go goal. So I had an hour and a half left to do, and I've managed 1 further hour. Have I got anything more rigid to hold this against? We really are improvising today, yeah. Let's use my stitching diary. Here we go. So this is how we are looking at the moment. You won't see a huge difference from last time because this is only like an extra 1 hour of stitching. But I have made some progress and it is getting harder and harder to find anything left to stitch. I really do think I am getting to the point where beading is very, very close. There is a little bit of, I think, black stitching here around the eyes. I've started doing quite a bit of the back stitch, I think, since you saw it. I'm sorry about the funny angles. It is just because of the shadowing, because it is so late and I'm under completely artificial light. I've started doing back stitch down the sides. So yes, very pleased with how this is looking. Really not a lot left to do. I really thought that that would be an August finish, but it was not meant to be. I've been very busy using all the kit supplied stuff for that. So it's on 14 count paper, 14 count equivalent paper with all the threads, beads and the little button that are supplied by Mill Hill. Next up is my Curious Tiger. So this is a kit by Letistitch. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this Curious Tiger so much. I love all the rainbow colours. He is amazing. This is another one that I've been working on for quite some time. This is a full coverage. Not a huge full coverage, but nonetheless, I think there's a lot of stitching that goes into any full coverage design. And this is how he's looking at the moment. So I was inspired to pull this back out of my whip pile because I saw someone else stitching on it on Instagram. And I should have made a note of who. I didn't, so for that I apologise, but whoever you were, thank you very much, because I saw you post a picture of this and thought, aha, I'm going to work on my tiger, and that is exactly what I did. So give you a bit of a close-up. I have jumped all over, so I've done some filling in at the top. I filled in this eye and all around this area, like he's definitely looking so much more tigerish at this point with the eye done. The nose has had a lot of filling in, and I've also just bobbed about with doing various bits. Really happy with how this is looking. It's an absolutely beautiful stitch and one that I never get bored of, because when I pick this up there are just so many colours in this project that it's impossible to get bored. If I'm, you know, tired of stitching blue, I'll pick up a bright yellow or a bright red or some purple. Like, yes, I don't have to stick to doing blocks of any particular colour for any length of time unless I want to. I've had some really good stitching sessions on him. He's been out on several days, and on one of those days I did like 5 hours on him in one day. I think it was a Friday when Adam's mum and dad have been having the kids during the holidays every Friday, because usually they have them on Friday after school and have them for dinner. And they have been having them sort of for a longer stretch on Friday since they're off school. So yes, I stitched like for 2 or 3 hours of daytime stitching on this, and then did like another 2 hours on it of an evening. So I got like 5 hours done in a single day. And I worked on him several other days as well. So hopefully you can see some lovely big progress on this from the before picture. I will pop it up again, in fact, next to each other, just so you can have a quick look at before and after. And I'm just, yeah, so pleased with how he is looking right now. This is on a 16 count sort of easy guide or gridded fabric, but it's very pale. It is a super pale grid. I don't even know if you will see it. You can very faintly see the lines, and I really like that because I don't particularly like gridded fabric. I panic about it washing out, but even if this didn't wash out, it wouldn't even matter. It is so faint. So yes, I really like this fabric that was in the kit, and I'm stitching this with all the called for threads, which I believe are anchor. Yeah, anchor threads in this kit. So that is my Curious Tiger, and that leaves us with one project which I really could have done with having my board for this one. It is my giant koi dragon. we may just have to put up with the light shining through this because I don't have anything large enough to hold behind it. So let's get it the right way up. This way. So this design is by Nadezdha Kazarina. No, not Nadezdha Kazarina. She is a different dragon lady. My apologies. Nadezdha Gavrilinkova is the designer of these dragons. And yeah, I'm not even going to try and hold the bag behind it because it's just not going to work for this one. This is how we are looking. Every time I show this to you, it's just getting a little bit further on. Obviously it is a biggie, so even if I put like 1,000 stitches into this, it actually doesn't look like a huge amount of progress, but I'm hoping you can see a difference. I have been working centrally here, like bottom center. All this sort of grey and white was not there last time you saw it. And I've done quite a bit more up this side. Definitely looking more dragony at this point, and you can properly see the dragon face there. I know there's no backstitch, but look, there's the eye, and here's the nose. There is definitely a dragon face in there. So super pleased with this. I am stitching this all in CXC on 14 count black Ada. Not a lot else to say. That is my dragon. I love it. The colours are perfect for autumn, which we are just about to enter, and I originally started this at the beginning of autumn several years ago because of the colour palette, because I didn't want to do something that was overtly a seasonal stitch, but I wanted something with autumn colours in, and this fit the bill perfectly. So yes, I'm pretty sure this will be getting a lot of love between now and when winter hits. I'm determined to finish this. It has taken far too long for me to get this far with it, but now I do feel like I'm on a little bit of a roll. So yes, you will see this next episode. Oh, that is all of my stitching to share with you today. I do have a couple of other bits. I've got some haul and things, but to be honest, I think I may just share that another day. It is just past 9 o'clock at this point. I've had a very busy day of last minute organising. The kids are back at school tomorrow. Daisy returns to school tomorrow on a Wednesday. It's her first day back, and it has had these very first day ever of big school. He did go to the attached preschool at the school, so it's not going to be a complete shock for him. He's already familiar with his reception teacher. He's got several little buddies from preschool also entering reception at the school. Obviously, they will be then mixing with other children they don't know who are joining the school, having not been in the preschool. So there will be a lot of new things for him to get used to. He'll be wearing a uniform, which he wasn't previously in the preschool. But yes, it's a big day for us tomorrow. But once the kids are at school tomorrow, I am in full-on cleaning mode, tidying my house, doing all the stuff that I've just not been able to do while they have been off. So I just wanted to get this filmed tonight and kind of out of the way. Not because it's a chore to film my floss tube. I love filming my floss tubes, but I just honestly didn't think I would fit it in tomorrow. So yes, I just wanted to do it tonight. I do have one other thing to show you though that is not haul and is not stitching, but it is a lovely gift that I have received from a Stitchy friend. So my lovely friend Gina crocheted me this bunny, and isn't it beautiful? It's a lovely little grey bunny which perfectly matches, like everything in my bedroom is like grey and white. It is a gorgeous little grey bunny. He's so cute. I absolutely love him. He's got his little tail. Beautiful floppy ears. And at the moment in my bedroom, I brought him out of my bedroom to show you, but I have him just sat on top of like my little unit with my perfumes. He looks after my perfumes for me, and he's just adorable, and I really love him. And thank you so much to Gina for sending me my new little friend. I said to her he's going to be my little stitching mascot, so I'm going to take him to retreats and stuff with me, and I love that he's a bunny. Obviously very well thought out by Gina because I am cross stitch bunny. So yes, thank you Gina so much. I do genuinely love him. I squealed with excitement when I opened the box. Yes, I've wanted to learn to crochet for quite some time, specifically so I can do these little amigurumi animals. That is what I want to be able to make. I don't really want to crochet anything else, just like cute little plushies and characters. And Adam actually bought me a load of crochet stuff for Christmas 2023. We're now not that far away from Christmas 2024 and I am yet to attempt it. So this has also been a reminder for me that I really need to get out some of the yarns and the crochet hooks and the beginner's guides and kits that I got for Christmas last year, and I actually need to try and make something like this. Not as good as this, but something. I need to make a start. So yes, there is my lovely little stitching mascot. Speaking of stitching mascots, if you are going to the Essex retreat, not this weekend, but next weekend, I will see you with my little Stitch Bunny there because I will be attending that retreat. I thought that I had booked a place to go as a stitcher, but I think there was like a bit of back and forth and miscommunication between myself and Teresa and Ellie. And I had wanted to potentially go as a vendor with my shop, but I didn't think they had any vending spaces left. So I'd just been like, oh, I'll just go as a stitcher, and then it turned out I did have a vending spot, but I just hadn't realised. So when they posted out in the Essex Needle Retreat group about a week or so ago and my shop name was there, I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be taking my shop. So I've been in a mad panic trying to get things ready, which has been impossible with the kids around. But for the next few days, tomorrow is going to be my big get the house straight day. And then Friday and Thursday, I'm going to have a little bit of a rest and a bit of downtime. But then next week, from Monday straight through till Thursday, for those 4 days, I'm just going to be in my studio, packing up stuff, getting everything ready, sticking labels on things because I don't usually have labels for pricing on everything, with my shop mostly being online. Whenever I go to a retreat, there's a bit of prep with having to sort of price everything, so people have some like sort of clue how much everything costs. So that is going to be a bit of an epic task, but that is what I'm going to be doing. So I don't think there is going to be that much stitching being done in the first part of September, if I'm honest. Therefore, I may not bother. I will see how I get on. If I actually have anything to show you, I will pop on for my usual mid-month update. But if not, and the not is seeming more likely, I will instead try and post out a little Flosstube extra with some retreat footage. It might not be very long. Depends how busy I am while I'm there, and there's lots of people for me to meet. I don't think I know that many people that go to the Essex retreat, so I'm thinking that I will be meeting quite a few of new to me faces. But Gina will be there, so I'm looking forward to seeing Gina. Teresa, looking forward to meeting Ellie because we've spoken a little bit on Facebook and stuff, but I've not actually met Ellie in the flesh, so that will be nice. And yeah, outside of that, Susie will be there as well with her lovely project bags. Yes, aside from that, I'm not entirely sure who else is going, but I'm looking forward to meeting new people and maybe seeing some friendly faces I already know that I was just unaware were attending. So yes, I've rambled on enough. I am going to save the haul, guys, for next time I see you. But basically I've done a little bit of shopping with cotton and twine boxes. So the cotton and twine subscription boxes from the Historical Sampler Company. I am not a subscriber, but I have bought many of their boxes over the past few years. When I see one that I like, I will often pick it up as one of the standalones that you can just buy from the shop that has like their spares in. And yes, I sometimes have found some things pre-loved on Facebook or eBay also, but I do love the cotton and twine boxes, and I do have some lovely bits to share with you, just not now because I'm hoping to get this edited before I go to bed. Take care. I will hopefully see you soon, whether it is for a retreat video or a stitching video or something. Hopefully I'll see you in a couple of weeks. This episode has been a bit thrown together, so I apologise for that. It's not very polished. I'm not very polished. I am in my loungewear and ready to cuddle up on the sofa, watch some telly and then get some Zeds in the bank. I appreciate you coming to spend a bit of time with me, and take care everyone. Happy stitching until next time. Bye.